So what is angelic yoga? Aloha, I'm Bubba Rave, and I'm here to present a small and short little bibliography almost of what angelic yoga is really all about. So angelic yoga is something that's formulating on earth right now with us going into the age of synthesis and magnetism, unifying all of the spiritualities in a way that is actually applicable, universal, and practical to a certain degree. And so we can have action, and then we can have surrender, and then we can actually become sovereign. And so pretty much what you have is a formulation of these two words. We have Tantra, which is divided into Qigong and Yoga, which have their 9 heavens in Qigong, following the inner alchemies of Dan Dao, Neigong, Neidan. And then you have the 9 samadhis following the Raja Yoga, Kundalini Yoga, Kriya Yoga, Raha Yoga, Kundalini, and Kriya. And then you have on the angelic side, which there's definitely angels all up in the Tantra, just like there's Tantra all up in the angelic side. A lot of these are the sages and the yogis and such from thousands and millions of years ago, becoming enlightened to certain states. And then you have the angelic side, which is Western religions, which is Judaism, Christianity, and Islam. And then you have Kabbalah, which is kind of the root of all the 3 of those religions. And inside of the Kabbalah, you have the tree of life and the 4 worlds. And inside of Western religion, you have the angelic hierarchy, right? And so when you put all these together, what you have is the same message being portrayed, is that there are 9 samadhis to pass inside of the tree of life, so that we can get closer and closer to the Ein Sof the Ein, or God, as we are here on earth to get always closer to God and to know the levels of Maya that are distorting us away from God. And so what we have is, at the very bottom world, we have Azaya, which is the world of physicality, where our physical bodies and these 5 senses of the ego are at. And then when we do our spiritual practices, like the Qigong and the Yoga, and we combine those in a way of surrender and action, what we have is this Tantra that weaves all of this together so that we can break out of these kind of 9 matrices, almost 9 mayas, 9 levels of a certain degree of samsara. And we do this on a genetic level over time, over lifetimes, over and over and over again. And a lot of times we never have the full articulation of exactly what we're doing to get through these 9 heavens and completely back to God. Completely back to the Ein Sof Or Ein Sof would be the primordial light fields. The Ein Sof would be the primordial sound fields, and the Ein would just be the very last, the supreme Tao, the very infinite Tao. And so beyond sound or light, it would be pretty much the infinite plane of inertia. And so what we have is the ability to see that each of these spheres in the Kabbalah, or tree of life, actually have an angelic hierarchy, that every single year that we are dedicated to doing our Qigong and our Yoga on a daily basis, we move up in this genetic angelic hierarchy of what we are able to experience on this 3D earth. Now, granted, it's almost like every single year that we're doing this, we are accessing the 4th dimension, the 5th dimension, the 6th dimension, the 7th dimension, the 8th dimension, the 9th dimension, the 10th dimension, the 10th dimension, the 11th dimension, the 12th dimension. And then from Dayat, we just can go straight to God. And so we're trying to access the 12th dimension because that's our 12-stranded DNA that we're getting back online, which allows us to have as many strands as we want after that, because we are so in tune with the Creator at that point. And so everything below this is a certain level of distortion that we are getting back in our genetic blueprint. And so we're able to move ourselves up to the angelic realm in 1 year, move ourselves to the archangelic realm in 2 years, the principles realm, the powers realm, the virtues realm, the dominions realm, the thrones realm, the cherubim realm, and the seraphim realm, the ones that are closest to God, the seraphim realm, the crown realm, the angelic plane that is closest to God, which is in Absolute, which is the highest density of reality where the angels and the extraterrestrials live at. You know, and then we move up. I mean, every single year that we move up, it's like we're just gathering more samadhi into our mindfulness. So like, what is the mind really full of? It's here to be full of samadhi. Most people don't tell you that when they're talking about mindfulness. What is the mind supposed to be full of? Well, it's actually samadhi. And so these 9 samadhis, we're here to gather and absorb into our day-to-day life. And so that's why Tantra is all about, you can be with God instantaneously, but how do you move the Ein Sof Or into the Keter and then move it all the way down into the Malhut? And that just takes you going through a slow trickle, and at the same time, the yearn from, like we have testosterone and we have estrogen. The yearn from the testosterone allows us to spark our kundalini upwards, and then our estrogen, our ability to receive that we're already connected. It's not like this crawl forever, but we're actually already connected, allows the trickling of those cosmic waters to come down as we are firing off in our kundalini processes. So there's a kundalini coming down and there's a kundalini coming up at the same time. And that's why we have to fuse the Qigong and the Tao. I mean, the Qigong and the yoga, because yoga is more about the fiery path. Qigong is more about the watery path. When you have that, you can actually allow the Ein Sof to trickle through to your reality, because Kabbalah, it really means the receiving. And so you really are here to receive. And at the same time, we're also here to, we're here to realign religious ourselves back to that God. We're here to unify, yoga ourselves back to God. And this is millions of years of technology, and that we've gone through different root races to even like forget this divine blueprint, this divine hierarchy of our angelic reality. And we're coming back into that slowly and surely. But we have the ability to get to 1 samadhi, 2 samadhi, 3 samadhi, all the way up to 9 levels of samadhi. And that's our goal, is to just, as we get there, we absorb it, bring it back into the 3rd dimension, and spread it into the 3rd dimension. And the more that we do that, the more that we can actually use that virtuous power to get up to closer and closer to God. So that's pretty much, without going too deep into any other detail for now, the simplicities of what Angelic Tantra is truly all about, weaving in the Western religions to the Eastern practices, the Western thought into the Eastern no-mind samadhi states. All right, praises and cheers. This is Baba Rave. Once again, aloha family. May you be blessed. Till next time.